Compton crazy mother named Ice Cube. From the gang called Fellers with Attitudes. When I'm called off, I got a soda. Squeeze the trigger and bodies are hauled off. You too, boy, if you with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me off your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the pop mother, it's going out.
Right, welcome everybody. We've got another looking through. We just did Jeff's, didn't we, John? We did Jeff and all these vintage cards and your vintage cards. But tonight, we've got good old Jesse, the Epic Badger, showing all these stuff. Now, I was gonna start off with something else, but Jesse brought something up that was interesting to me. So I had put micro machines on the thing because I always assumed it was there was micro machines that did Action Fleet and so forth. But what did you say, Jess?
You
hang on 1 minute. You are
nope.
There you go. You're there.
Now you can hear me. Okay. Well, technically, and I have some boxes that will hopefully, well, I'll have to grab some later, but it's not technically Micro Machines. It's Action Fleet, which is a separate. Anyway, I'll reach him back. I don't want to throw us off. Anyway,
so it's its own toy line in a sense,
right? But because I always assumed it was under them, didn't you, not John? I always assumed
it does get marketed both ways, which I think is where the confusion lies. So you'll often see some places you'll just see that silver Star Wars or silver and gold Star Wars logo.
Right.
I think Micro Machines uses the silver logo, and then Action Fleet uses the gold. If I can find a picture here. Yeah. So in some examples, you are correct. So in this one, for example, they put Micro Machines.
Yeah. So what I did was, because I was thinking, who made them? Was it glue? Was it this? Was it that? So I got images up, and I saw Micro Machines just above Action Fleet. So I thought it must be Micro Machines then.
Yeah. So for example, like later, different because Action Fleet is a scale. There are different. They made other. Used other properties for the same scale, like Starship Troopers, Predator, Aliens. So, like with Battle Squads, there's no Micro Machines. But if you bought it in the UK, they
I never knew that.
Did
you, John?
No, I didn't.
No, I never knew that.
And if you bought it in Italy, they made it even bigger. Wow. Compared to the UK version, which is really tiny.
Multi-force. They call it multi-force too.
But if you see the gold Star Wars, that's usually referring to Action Fleet, and the silver Star Wars is on the Micro Machine toys.
Right.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be fun to just sort of talk about what I consider.
I think it'll be awesome because it's one of those toys. One of those toys for me. So I was having a look through my toy room and I was trying to think before, because I know me and you and Berry have done this before, and I know Adam's a big collector like you are of this stuff. So I was thinking, and then I was thinking, do I have anything? And I did. All right. So Scuba Pete years ago sent me that.
Oh yeah.
So it was the Star Wars Action Fleet, and he put it in a box. He sent my daughter the TIE Fighter that shot discs, and he sent me this. And I thought, because it's always been one of my favorite Star Wars ships, but it was something. I don't know. I remember having it as kids. Did you, John? But was it something you got delve into? And if you answer that, John, then I'll go into how Jesse got into it.
Well, like I said, I may have just had one TIE Fighter or an X-Wing or something. And I remember, I feel like they came in a box, they had like a window box almost, like, right?
Right.
And, but it may have been just like one or two that I had when I was younger. I mean, I wouldn't even go so far as to say a kid. I feel like it was somewhere in the 90s that I may have grabbed one or two. And then, but I never got into trying to like collect them all or, see what they were really about. You know what I mean?
No, because I came across some last about 2 years ago. My wife did a hoard thing, and she had loads of Micro Machines, little Return of the Jedi and the Endor and the Death Star and all that, and it was all in pieces and stuff. So I thought, I'll just put it up on Marketplace, and I put it up for Marketplace for about $15, and boom, it went straight like that. straight like that. And when I sold it and gone, I thought, have I done something wrong here? Is it worth a lot more than that or whatever? It was little scout walkers and you know what I mean, things like that. And it was like a big box full of it. But I hadn't the time, and because I know nothing about it, I thought I'm not going to go through all this.
Yeah.
I might as well just sell it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. So you're thinking boxes like this?
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just put that up again, Jess. Let's have a look.
Oh yeah. So this is the Battle Squads. This is 1998. So basically, it goes 1995. Oh, where is it? Here it is. So 92, 95. They start off with Micro Machines Space.
That's super cool.
And that's meant to recognize, because they were doing Micro Machines for Star Trek, Babylon 5. They had their own space Micro Machines as well. And the first thing to come out in this sort of scale was this.
Oh, he's just froze a sec. Let me just put this in for a minute. I still own a few of the Star Wars Action Fleet vehicles and a bunch of Micro Machines playsets.
He owns CR Wars stuff.
So he owns CR Wars. Right, well, Jesse just sorts that out. We'll come back in a minute.
Yeah.
Just a bit low on them, right? Blimey, Dean, that alien head goes for around 400 quid used in the UK. Wow, does it? I don't know anything about these Micro Machines. Do you, John? Absolutely nothing about them.
Well, I mean, but I do own the Yoda. There's a Yoda head that opens up and is a play set, and I guess that is Micro Machines Action Fleet, isn't it? Right?
It must be. It must be, because I remember all the old Star Wars sets, you know, like the Bespin set and stuff like that. But I don't remember I don't remember getting them. And I always put them down like your aunts or uncles would buy you one. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a toy like you get yourself, but you got it at a Christmas, like a Micro Machine set or whatever. Well, let's see what the chats are saying. The alien is expensive here, and they say it's alien. So they covered all aspects, didn't they?
Yeah.
Jay says the Jar Jar Binks. I remember having that was in that box that I just got rid of. That was in there. A Stormtrooper one was in there. But like I said, it was going through all the parts, John, and this and that. And I thought, I can't be bothered with all that. No chance. Let's see what else people are saying. Star Wars was super popular in Scandinavia.
No, CR Wars was.
CR Wars. CR Wars. Absolutely brilliant. Right, Jesse's just sorting out his internet. We'll be back in a minute. So Scandinavia Wars.
Yeah.
So ever since Friday, every stream you've been on, that's all they've done, isn't it? Just talk about Scandinavia. Oh, brilliant. Hey, Jess.
Okay.
So my computer just stopped recognizing the USB related to the camera.
Oh, don't worry about it. You're on Shabby.
It was a browser issue.
Yeah.
The Star Wars sets are more expensive than Star Wars sets. That's the thing. Prices can be a lot cheaper in the States than the UK. All you got to do is look at the size of each other country. Do you agree with that?
Prices can be a lot cheaper in the States. Well, depends. Some things are easier to get here, but I have been going through my good friend Adam Berry to get a hold of a lot of Micro Machines in the UK because they are significantly cheaper.
Yeah. Last time I bought it was the James Bond set. Yeah, that looked awesome, that James Bond set. I remember
that was my fault.
Hey, G-Force, that was your fault, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry, John. We'll get bored of it in a while. I'm sure that Scandinavia. So let me ask you a question then. Is this a thing you've had since you were kids? This was your big deal, Micro Machines?
Yes.
And do you remember the first time you got them? So tell us the stories, how you got into them.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of like how I got into Action Fleet, that started in 1995.
Right.
And what I love about the line is, for example, with Micro Machines, tiny little planes, tiny little people, no posability. But when you have something like this, where you can open up a cockpit and there's a little pilot inside.
Yeah.
And he can bend, he can lift up his arms, you can put him back in, comes with a droid. What I like is that Galoob did sort of the Kenner model with think back to vintage Star Wars.
Right.
You have vehicles with figures, and then they did world building. You have lots of vehicles, big, small. You have play sets, both small, like really small ones, medium, big ones. They did creatures that they could play with, like they could ride on a Ronto, the big giraffe thing, or you could have a Rancor. It was just because of this big world building, I could fit so much more into my small play space. And it was just really cool. And it kept going from Star Wars, because after Star Wars in 97, they did Aliens, Predator, Terminator 2, Starship Troopers. And they needed to do all those properties because there was nothing happening with Star Wars in 97. And they had to pay $400,000 to renew the Star Wars license that year.
400 grand.
Wow. Yeah. And then they had to spend all their tooling in 98 to focus on the Phantom Menace stuff coming out. But then they didn't sell enough, and then Hasbro bought them up. But I was into it because it was just this fun little bit of playability where I lived in a rural area. It would be about 25, 30-minute car ride to the next town for food. I could sit in the back and just play with this guy. You know, you could take a couple micro machines, but it's kind of hard to play when you're sitting in a chair, you know, sitting in a car seat. You can't take a Kenner Y-Wing with you. And then there's fun little stuff, like you can pop the nacelles off.
Yeah, the Kenner Y-Wing, those nacelles would have been everywhere in the back of the car, and you'd lose the whole thing.
And then you could put extra figures in and take with you like 2 or 3 extra figures for your playtime while you're going to places. Because at that time, when you had to pay bills, you'd get in the car and drive and drop them off, or you go on vacation. Because vacation, I could put 3 or 4 of these into a backpack.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's funny, isn't it? Because for me, John, when I was a kid, I was all about vehicles, play sets, any line that came. That's why, as I got older and I realized how big G.I. Joe was over here, I was always like envious. I would have loved to have all that as a kid. Do you know what I mean? With a bit, but there's something that was already there for me in England that I never acknowledged, with all like what you've just said, Jesse, with the vehicles and the play sets and the little thing. Because like I say, I didn't realize that either when I opened this one. There's a Han and Chewie in it right there that you can take out, and I was like, what? Do you know? I always thought micro machines was just like cars and stuff like that, not transformed into other things, but like came with play sets, and so I didn't realize there was figures that went with them. Do you remember the first time you got into them, John? Do you remember?
That's what I'm saying. I really kind of don't. I mean, I know it had to be sometime in the 90s that I just picked up a ship or two, and I just didn't go. I think it's because my scale was always 3.75, because I wasn't into the micro collection when Star Wars was out, when it's in the 70s,
Yeah.
I remember seeing like some of the Bespin sets and Hoth sets and thinking they looked cool, but wishing, why didn't they do that cave for 3.75? Why didn't I get that walkway in Bespin where Luke says,
you see it now, don't you, John? You see this been play set for Michael, and you're like, I'd love that as a kid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm the same as Gene Force. Look, I don't believe I ever had it. If I did, I can't. There's not one that stands out. Geekstrong says I have the excuse me, I've got hiccups. Micro Fleet Rancor. It's about 4 inches. Can eat a micro character and poop him out with a hatch on his butt. Thanks for that, Geekstrong.
He's a fun little character.
Yeah. And he says, I just remember the spokesman was in the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest talkie, Shabby Design.
Yeah. and he played, the Micro Machines guy played in the Transformers. He was the fast talking guy in the Transformers. So,
I remember the adverts. Now you've said that, I remember that. But I don't think we had them in England, but I remember watching them over here, the adverts and so forth.
Yeah.
You've got some pictures here. And so I'll put this one up first. So obviously, I'll put them in segments because you've got all different types of, genres when it comes to these things.
Are these like all different X-Wings that came out?
They are. So what's happening is I'm about to move in about 2 weeks. And I figured as I'm sorting all of these to pack them away, I figured this would be a great time to start getting pictures of my entire collection.
Yeah.
But these are all variants of the same model, the same X-Wing. But you see like there's a couple of different Luke ones. There's a clean, there's a slightly dirty, and then there's one with like extra scuff marks for battle damage. There's ones for Biggs, ones for Wedge, ones for Porkins. Wedge actually has 2 because he has a battle damage one that came with a playset.
Now, are they all the same mold, Jesse, as well?
All the same mold.
Right, okay.
Yep. And then that titanium one is, well, it's not titanium, it's still plastic, but it's a Japan exclusive. It came in a 2-pack with Vader's advanced tie, but they painted it to look like this gunmetal silver.
Yeah, that looks cool though.
That really does look cool. Now, what are the spans of years for these? Did they do the same as what Star Wars figures did? Kind of did. Like they made the mold, and because these couldn't have all come out in the same year.
No. It's in 1995. It started with the basics: Luke's X-wing, a Y-wing, Gold Leader, Snow Speeder, Advanced TIE Fighter, and then that ran from 95 to 98.
Right, okay.
So 3 years, most of this is all in 3 years. Galoob went ham on this. And then from 99 to 2002, it was all prequel stuff with some additional repaints. And then you can see like in the bottom left, that more brightly colored X-Wing, that's the repaint that Hasbro did in 2002, where they took the old molds, repainted them, packaged them with no figures, because they just wanted a cheap way to put out old ships for not the Phantom Menace, for Attack of the Clones. So They just went back and took Galoob's molds and repainted those.
Wow.
And then I think someone made a comment about the Alpha series, which is kind of on the right hand side. You can see the X-Wing with a small X-Wing next to it.
Yeah.
That is, I don't have that one right next to me, but what they did was they took the movie ship and then they put a little ship up from Ralph McQuarrie's design, one of the ship designs that they could have used for the X-Wing. And they did that for the Y-Wing and the Imperial Shuttle. And that's what they called the Alpha series. But yeah, this is just X-Wings.
And look at that. So let me go to TIE Fighters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they did a TIE Defender? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you don't realize, John, there's that many came out, do you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's make your biggest set.
And these are beefy. They're thick, not soft plastic, but a firm plastic that I can drop. They're not going to break.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome.
The only thing that's going to break on these is like the guns on the X-Wing, because they are thin enough that they could bend out of place, and then you have to heat them up. That's why all the X-Wings came with these little plastic tabs to protect the guns.
Got you.
See,
And you can. It's funny as well because like you can take them off that, can't you, and play with them. The stands, but the stand's a nice touch, John. Do you not think, to display them?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. So is this all they did? Like a regular TIE fighter, a TIE interceptor, a bunch of versions of Vader's TIE,
Hey, Jim.
a TIE bomber, and a TIE defender. That's like all they did?
Nope, there'll be more.
They didn't do like a million TIE fighters?
Oh,
I see. In terms of variants, there's a few different colors of the TIE bomber where it goes from kind of a gray to a movie accurate blue. But there are, and then there's a battle damaged TIE bomber or TIE advance that I forgot to put in there.
What's the remote control thing? So that actually moves, does it?
Yes, there's the standard AT-AT with no motor, and then this one has a motor and it can move forward and backward.
That's awesome.
And they repackaged these in different ways. So like the AT-ST was packaged weirdly enough with Luke's land speeder, because I don't remember that part of the film.
Right.
But then there were like single infantry packs that had the AT-ST in it, and the same for AT-ATs and other ships, where they would often repackage them together.
Oh wow!
I am so proud of this picture because this looks like a catalog photo.
The pod racers are cool.
There we go. It says, Badger, please don't slap around vintage toys. The vintage lads will fade. The vintage lads will fade. Can I put another mod in a timeout for Ted to jump and asking for a friend? Brilliant. Because I think it's because Connor wrote, Micro Galaxy XP looks cool, but all I want is a 112 XP. And I want it now.
And I find it funny that that Sags was just mentioning.
Yeah.
Back when he was a kid, like why didn't we have this play set, this micro play set for like 3 3/4 scale? I still hear that with like Micro Galaxy Squadron, which is kind of a modern day version of all of this, or the Mission Fleet, which is a kids line. 3 3/4 scale collectors are always saying like, how come they get the vehicles and we don't? And it's like, well, when it's smaller, it's easier to produce.
To make it, everything, yeah.
George says the range started with basic colours, then they did play sets with battle damaged ships, and then they just recolored them. So there's a few more remote control ones here, isn't it? Look at this. I never knew they did that.
The AAT, and then the I think it's called a FAMBA, FAAMBA.
Yeah, with the shield generator on its back,
which has a missile launcher. I didn't realize that, but as they walk, they will fire a missile at some point. I think it's like 3 or 4 clicks in. But
so it looks like to me as well, they made them more or less the same scale, because obviously there's some ships there that are 1,000 times bigger than the other ones. Do you know what I mean? So
they all fit in the same box.
Right. Okay.
Whether it was 1995 or 2002, the style of the box might have changed, but the box size stayed the same.
Jess says, I do wish we've got more pod races for the 3.75 line, not just the Suburban and the Anakin ones. Yeah, that's what we did for that one, didn't it? Right, let's get on to the next picture. There's some awesome pictures here.
And the other thing is I wish for 375 they didn't have that bar connecting the engines. Right. I wanted to make them 3 separate pieces that we connect with hoses and a little electrical beam, because we're just putting them on display. We're not trying to hang onto it and fly it around the room, you know.
Badger, that's just due to TVC collector's favorite part of the hobby. He's complaining. Brilliant. Yeah. It's Venus control ship. So obviously this is a display you have in your house, Jesse.
Yeah, well, so this is actually meant for later. This is Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Right. So I've got a couple of them. I bought the Millennium Falcon. I bought the Imperial because they were on sale, and I thought they were fantastic with the lights.
I thought it'd be fun to talk about like differences in approach, because the big difference with Galoob versus Jazzware today, the modern line, is Galoob had the license for just Star Wars, so they could world build with playsets, creatures, infantry packs. Jazzware only has a vehicle license. They can only produce figures if it pairs with a vehicle. So they can't do playsets. They can't do figure infantry packs. So that's why you're starting to see, like, when they do clone trooper vehicles, they'll put in packs of like 4 or 5 troopers. It's the only way to do it. They can't put out separate ones.
So the only time they could ever do like a Gamorrean guard is for the sail barge, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you would have to have a sail barge for the Gamorrean guard. No playsets, no creatures. But so Galoob has the advantage with world building. They could do so much more. But all their vehicles were the same size. So like
Vintage Children asks, is that a micro IKEA cabinet, Lord John? IKEA is a Swedish furniture company. Sweden is in the country of Scandinavia. Sorry, Jesse. Go on.
So the A-Wing and the X-Wing are relatively the same size in the Galoob molds, because they all fit in the same size box. Yeah. But Jazzware, while they can't world build, Jazzware can do different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually make... Where's my A-Wing? They can make an A-Wing pair with a shuttle like this, because
they can do it in scale. Right. Gotcha. So would you class that as micro then?
Because the figures are still about roughly 1 inch. They're in scale with Action Fleet. I could take a figure out of an Action Fleet vehicle and put them in the Micro Galaxy line.
Yeah, I was impressed because I saw them at Toy Fair a few years back, and I thought, I'm not getting into another line. But then when I went to Walmart and I saw they had the Falcon for $18 and they had the Imperial Shuttle for $80, I thought, I'll just buy them both. And I tell you what, did you pick up any of these, John, the Micro Galaxy Squadrons?
Yeah, I do think I have a Mandalorian ship because I love the design of Mandalorian vehicles.
Right.
And, I think one of those ones I've got on my shelf is from this line, I think.
Wow.
My favorite,
I think it's down there on the bottom. Is that it on the bottom down there on the bottom?
It is. Yeah, with the yellow on the top of it.
Oh, that one right there. Yeah, I can
No,
see
no,
it.
the blue and white one. Isn't that a Mandalorian fighter thing?
That one.
No,
Down,
that's a LAT. A
down
low
one.
altitude assault transport. That's the
No,
Clone War.
down one shelf in the middle. The bottom shelf on the.
The very bottom shelf, right next to the razor.
The Mandalorian snub fighter.
Yeah, the little snub fighter. Those are what I like. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
My favorite so far has been, this is a chase. One thing I hate with Jazzware is they do chases.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
But I was able to get the Kenner X-Wing.
Oh, neat.
Oh, so they did it in the colours, just like the vintage collection stuff now, yeah.
And even the pilot is in that, that classic Kenner look.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
So what he's telling me though, that you've picked all these up, is that it wasn't just, you didn't stick by, I just want the vintage. You love this kind of scale. So even though it's new, so what did you think when they first introduced these? Were you like, right, I'm getting them all?
Oh, I was excited. I was in some groups that were primarily focused on Action Fleet scaled vehicle lines, like Star Wars and Battle Squads. We hadn't had anything new for like 20 years. And then suddenly Jazzware announced, hey, we're going to have these vehicles with these little 1-inch figures. And it was clear what they were homaging to. And of course, everyone in the collecting group got super excited. So we started to collect these. Unfortunately, in the era we live in, we have to deal with the whole chase and scalpers. And people were rushing out and buying these because the distribution was awful. Like originally, it was terrible to get any of these. And people suddenly, our collecting group, which was like very friendly and fun, turned into, hey, I bought this. Who wants it for like double the price? And
yeah,
I left those groups because it was just, the fun was sucked out of them.
I just think they're awesome.
These are really nice. And
they're really nice.
They're affordable. Like the Falcon went on sale on Amazon for like $25.
Yeah, but they started off pretty. But I thought
50.
they went pretty expensive because they went up to about 50. And I was like, and I think for people like me who never got into, I still looked at this as like a micro machine scale kind of thing, and I was like 50 quid for that. Do you know what I mean? But when I bought it at 18, I was happy with it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But did you think the prices were a bit expensive?
I've never thought they were all that bad. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm not buying a whole lot of them.
Does the Color X-Wing have 3 or 5 red bars?
It had 5. It was a red 5.
Yeah, it has the correct number because it's Luke's X-Wing. I don't know what is the whole thing about the Kenner having only 3 bars.
It's it was red 5. It was 5, and then it was 3, and then the TVC one's done the 3 bars as well, wasn't it? But he was classed as red 5, wasn't it, John?
I just think that when Kenner made it, they didn't know that there was the designation was on the wings. That's what I really think has happened.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't something that it was very subtle, and it's not like it was pointed out in the movies that it just people became aware of it over time just from watching enough.
I love that battle damage Falcon. That's awesome.
That is one of the Hasbro repaints from 2002.
That's really nice.
But you'll notice that there's a number of Y-Wings.
Yeah.
Because they did 3 colors, and it gets confusing. So there's Gold Leader on the right. And the initial run had a very tall canopy, like almost double the height on this. And then they corrected it to this more streamlined canopy. And this is Gold Leader. And then they have Blue Leader in the blue Y-Wing. And then they have Yellow Leader in the red Y-Wing.
Okay.
Look at John. All right.
And unfortunately, I just misplaced Yellow Leader.
They are cool, though.
Anyway, but at least the pilot comes in a yellow jumpsuit. I just don't know why they went with a red. Why didn't they? I guess they can't call him Red Leader because they didn't have Y-Wings in the battle. And then there are different versions of the A-Wing. There's the green with the Rebel logos, and then the standard red. But the red has 2 different versions of a canopy because, again, there was a running change to how the canopy was connected.
So one flips up and one slides. Is that what I mean? Is that what
they
it
both
is? Or?
flip up. It's just that the connection point gets hidden better in the later model, so it's more seamless in the later one.
Awesome. JT has a question. For 10 points, who was Red 3 in A New Hope? Do you know, John?
Yeah.
Was it big?
Yeah.
Do you know, Jesse? Any of you? Who
I
was
do.
it?
It's Biggs.
I thought it was Biggs. Let's have a look.
Wedge is Red 3. Biggs is Red 2.
Wedge is 2. Biggs is 3. Luke is 5. Porkins is 6. I do not remember 4.
I thought it was the other way around, and that's why in Empire Wedge is Rogue 2 because he moves up a station because Biggs died. So he's red. And then by Jedi he's Red Leader, right?
No, he was always Red 2 in New Hope.
Was he? Okay.
So Ed 5's turned up. Nice to see you, pal. Wedge is Red 2. Wow, I wonder. Yeah, it's funny that isn't it? Your film we've seen thousands of times. And we're all like, no, wait.
Yeah. I thought Biggs was 2 and Wedge was 3 in Star Wars, and then when Biggs died, Wedge moved up a slot to become Rogue 2.
JT says Biggs is 3. 10 points for everyone. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Cut of the chat, Red 2. Oh yeah. Cut of the chat, Red 2. Wedge. Right.
Because he's talking about the size of the Death Star and he gets cut off.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Where's the Star Wars Quizmaster Stew when you need him? So this one, there's 2 AT-ATs right there that are different.
Yeah, this is the Alpha series. So this is where you get another reuse of the same molds, but they're paired with these little slugs, these little pieces of plastic ships with no articulation, representing the Macquarie, or it may not be Macquarie, but it was just early design concepts for what those ships.
Oh, now you've said it, I can see it. So yeah, the Cloud City car looks different than the concept one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love the design for the Cloud City car. I kind of wish they didn't change
it.
Yeah,
that is a cool one.
Yeah, that is a cool
and
one.
We got a single cockpit version of that in the micro machine in the what is it, the sort of like mini rig collection that they did in the 90s, because they did a 3.75 version of that prototype snowspeeder as well.
That is awesome. It's funny as well, as we're going through it, Jesse and John, the chat going, I've got that one, or I've got that one. Do you know what I mean? I think there's only you and Barry that's got a few of them, but so at least we've all got 1 or 2 of them, haven't we? Definitely. But look at the B-Wing as well. I just think that's awesome. Let's have a look. From ChatGPT.
I'd like to give 10 points to Jonathan Redmond for his answer.
He's the 829. Yeah. Here we go. Vintage Toy Rush. Red 1 is Garvin. Wedge Tilly, Red 3. Biggs, Red 4. John D. Brannon, Red 5. Luke Skywalker, Red 6. Red 6? I thought Luke was Red 5.
He is
Red 5 is Luke Skywalker.
There is no Red 7.
Oh, 5 Luke Skywalker. I've got it. I'm reading it the wrong bloody way.
Oh.
6 is Jack Porkins, and 7 is Harbin. Like, well, thank you for that. He goes on Red 8, Red 9.
Boy, there's a 8, 9, and 10. I didn't know it went that high.
Pabs, did you get a little blueprint book with those concept pieces?
I did. I have many of them, and I keep finding them all over my apartment as I clean it up.
Did they come in the box with these
they
certain
did.
things? That's pretty cool that you got that as well. Wow. Let's have a look. Shipping, not many days now till Christmas. Yeah, I know that feeling. Right, let's go on to the next page. This is awesome. Snow speeders.
Wow.
So many snow speeders. Yeah, you have your clean one, you have your slightly dirty, and you can, funny enough, you can see the yellowing starting to take effect on the plastic they used for the snow speeder. So like the one in front is a little cleaner. The one in back is clearly starting to yellow quite a bit.
Interesting.
Go on, John.
Do they have one with an AT-AT footprint on it, squishing it down?
They don't, but they have a bow damaged one, which I brought with me because I can actually, there's some of these I can tell stories about in terms of playtime.
Yeah.
So when you get the Yavin, the Yavin playset. No, sorry, the Hoth one. The Hoth playset comes with the bow damaged snowspeeder.
Oh, okay.
And what I did was my pilot for the Y-wing, because you need multiple, a pilot and a gunner for a speeder.
Yeah.
And oh, there he is. I was looking for him. But I came up with this play scenario with Yavin Base. In my playtime, my troops are on a whole different planet now. But the scenario was this Y-wing pilot had to abandon his snowspeeder on Hoth. And later he went back and claimed it. And so in my play scenarios, and you can see like there's damage here.
Yeah, there's battle damage on it. Yeah.
Damage to the cockpit, all these scuff marks. The scenario was he would often be seen working on his snowspeeder just as a kid, I'm not thinking about why I'm thinking about this. But as an adult, it starts to become like, did this poor pilot have some sort of PTSD about Hoth, where he needed to reclaim that snowspeeder and repair it as some sort of like healing mechanism? Yeah. As a kid, I'm just like, he really liked that snowspeeder, so he brought it with him to get it fixed up.
Look at that. Is that another concept one as well underneath the top snowspeeder? It is, isn't it?
Yes, that's the same one from the last photo, but that's the concept version.
I just always under the impression, me, Jesse, that and like I said, you and Adam have come on and shown, but never like this. So I was always under the impression they'd make one snowspeed and probably redo the same one, but I never knew there was so many of them. Did they class these as the pilots that drove them too? So in other words, that's Wedge's snowspeeder. That's Stingy's snowspeeder.
Only one of them. So Rogue 2, which is that weird gray and orange one, I believe that came with Zev Zeneska, who was the pilot for... Because I think it was Zeb who was Rogue 2 in the Battle of Hoth. I think. I could be wrong, but I think it came with Zeb.
And the funniest thing is that what you said previously, Jesse, all these are the same mold, but they look so different. Do you not think, John? The way they're painted and stuff like that, the way they're weathered.
Yeah, I like the orange and gray. That was really cool looking.
That's really cool.
The colorful one on the far left in the middle row, that is Luke's snowspeeder from the Battle of Hoth. They gave it movie accurate colors. But again, that was a Hasbro 2002 repaint that did not come with any figures, because Hasbro missed the point on what the whole idea of Action Fleet is, which is come with figures and have like action-oriented battles with soldiers, and they just repainted it. It looks cool.
So they got the money. They got the money's worth for years out of these molds, basically, Jesse. They really did.
Kept using them.
I just think this is fantastic. I mean, look at the little Jabba. I mean, that's all. It just super
there's
cool.
Two Jabbas. There's one Jabba that came in a figure pack.
Oh yeah, there's one next to it. Yeah.
So he would have come in a pack like this.
Yeah,
where they come with a whole bunch of figures.
Yeah, I remember those packs. Yeah.
So he came with a lot of bounty hunters and people who stayed with him on the barge. And then there's another Jabba that comes with the barge itself. And it
looks like it opens up and you put him in it. Is that right, Jesse?
You put him in and you slide it back. And there's a viewport where you can just see his eyes if you look through it.
Yeah.
And that Jabba sail barge came with a yak face and an R2 with the drink holder attached to the top of his dome.
The almighty Jabba wishes that you die honorably.
That's right. Is that a pink land speeder at the bottom? A pink one?
I think this was probably the camera. It's kind of salmon color, but kind of like how it's supposed to look.
And that's the poop hatch Rancor?
And that's the Rancor that eats and poops him out.
Yep.
If you move his arm up and down, his mouth does open, and then you can put a figure through it.
So that's the one that poops the figures out.
Yeah.
And I love the world
building. Be called Poop Hatch Rancor now. That's
the bottom black one. Is that Phantom Menace?
That's the Lars Landspeeder. So
that was in the corner in their house. Yeah.
Yeah, so Luke had his Landspeeder, which was sort of like, he's a teenager. He's going to go out hot rodding. And then there was the family vehicle that could hold, multiple people and cargo. Kind of like the family SUV.
Yeah, when they went to the drive-in theater, they would all pack up in that and go.
You have Dewbacks, you have Banthas that came with little not sand troopers, sand people.
Storm, yeah.
And you have a
Now,
Roncho.
how did the people attach to the?
There's a little so the sand person is in a squatting pose, and there's a little cavity that he can slot into. Really
Goes into? Okay, yeah.
Geekstrong says, what I love about these streams is that I own a bunch of these in my attic and I haven't gone through much about them. But listening to Jesse's excitement makes me want to go into my attic and display all the sets. You're so easy, especially when it's something you don't collect. You look at this stuff and you think, here we go again. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the sail barge looks cool. I like
the
escape pod thing. That looks cool. And
Kieran Ball says, I bet Adam Berry and Stu have salmon pink land speeders in their collections. I bet they do, to tell you the truth. Hi, Mr. B. Right, let's get on to the next one. Fantastic.
Look how cool that Sandcrawler looks. I'd love to play around with that, you know?
So what are these? Are these like exclusive?
Oh, I remember these boxes. There was a mail away.
Yeah,
I remember this now. Oh my God, I do. I think I had the mail away. My gosh, you're bringing up a whole memory that I just...
so the Dagobah X-Wing covered in swamp, goop. That was a Toy Fair. Toy Fair being a catalog.
Yeah, the magazine thing.
Mm-hmm. It was a Toy Fair exclusive, and you'd open up to this page, and I scoured for this magazine to find it, and I eventually did. And I took out that page. There's the mailer next to it where you would put the money in, and then you would get that big colored box with it. And every time I see someone doing a video at a toy show, I always see that specific box for that X-Wing. So if you're looking for a Dagobah X-Wing and you see that little squared box, that's what's inside it. And then the other one is an Avon catalog for the...
That's what it was. I remember the white and blue box. I had that. So my mom was an Avon lady. So we probably got it through my mom.
Yeah, there's one for an X-Wing and TIE Advance, and then there's a red Avon that's Canada specific that also had those ships plus the escape pod.
Fascinating. So how did you do the mail away for these then, if you don't mind me asking? Was it the same as what you cut out pills or cut out the small...
You didn't need to do that. It was straight up bribery. You put the money in, you send it off, and they give it to you.
So you basically just bought it.
You didn't need to collect points or anything. You just gave
Did they do that a few times for mail aways, Jesse, in this line? Or
not for this line. I don't think they did it for Micro Machines at all. I think that was an action figure thing.
See, these are the sort of, like I said, these was in that box, and we did that hoarding house. But it's like say things like this. But when you look how much details in them and how many accessories, I thought I've got no chance here.
I do love these. These are medium size, so they're smaller than these ones. They don't come with vehicles; they just come with figures. But they're nice little diorama pieces. So you have the hangar bay.
This is what would be cool if Mr. B scaled these up to a 3.75. Mr. B. Just saying,
These are awesome. So you got a Pod Racer hangar bay right there. And the Moss Esper. They're just to make these a little bit bigger so everyone can see them. Look at them.
Yeah, they look cool. There's a little pit droid. There are little pit droids in there. And...
Yeah, there is right there at the bottom, John. Yeah. I'm finding out so much stuff on this. It's ridiculous. PGM's here. He said, hello, PGM, and happy birthday, PGM. It's PGM's birthday. Happy birthday, PGM. Happy birthday, buddy. Let's have a look. I think Jesse's back. Let's have a look. There he is. So let me remove that one. And let me put in that one.
So, frustratingly, I just built a brand new computer, and clearly there's something going on with it.
No, don't be that. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. We're going through all your stuff. We're just saying here, John was just saying about the little pieces and so forth. And he said, Mr. B could customize them and make them even bigger. Do you know what I mean? But these are perfect. You are right. Going back to what you were saying at the start, these are perfect for your shelf. If you've got a small room or whatever, you can just put all these on the shelf, can't you, really?
Yeah.
And I'm about to show you some that even people in my collecting community don't get to see very often.
I want to see some Hoth stuff. I love Hoth.
So these are, again, for episode 1. But there were 4 sets but 2 of these were released really late. And
Right.
because of that, there's not many of them, and they're expensive to find. Unless you are searching German eBay and you find someone in the Netherlands who has both of them.
Right.
And then you can get them
Unless-
for significantly cheaper, because people want like $300 to $400 for these because they're rare. But there is
in the States, they're rare.
in the States, in the UK, they're rare everywhere. You have to find someone who isn't quite familiar with what their value is, or you have to find them in the store, like a secondhand store or flea market, to find them cheap. So these are not common. Most collectors don't have these. I got really lucky with the seller in the Netherlands. But
Yeah.
this is the Seed Palace.
Ooh. Oh, it's got the emperor, the little, what is he, Lot Dot or somebody?
Oh
there.
yeah, the Viceroy
On the
one.
walker, on the
Yeah.
walker thing. Yeah, that
Yeah,
little,
it is.
Yeah. And it's the only way that you're going to get a Padme in this line.
wow.
And then the other
That's
one,
cool.
So in other words, you're classing these as basically holy grails for this line.
absolutely.
Right.
So you have the inside of the Seed Palace. And then on the outside is the battle damaged speeder.
That's super cool.
And the windows can blow open so you can have a fight
Yeah.
scene. And there's little points where you can. It's a little bit tough because of its age.
But can you move? Do they move around in those tracks there? Like they move?
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So infantry can like run around while they're shooting. And then the other one is Otto Gunga.
Oh, big Gakuba fish. They're actually in little balls. They're little glass balls. No way. Wow.
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's really
that
cool.
is cool. Yeah.
And he can float around. And there's a point here. Where am I? There I am. Where you could put, there is a sub that you can connect to this point.
Cool.
And you can see Boss Nass over here.
Yep. Bigger Boss Massa.
So, but
Yeah.
they never did. So, obviously, what you said before, that they have to make this thing to go with certain characters. It's a shame that, because it'd be nice to buy like packs of characters to go in these sets. Do you know what I mean? Like Mask did, John. Remember we were talking about Mask yesterday, and we were saying, we showed that picture of the map. It'd be nice for that, wouldn't it? Really. Vintage Tourist says my mum was an Avon lady for a while back. I don't remember any Star Wars, just makeup.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesse.
Oh, well, I was saying because Galoo did battle packs.
Yeah.
So they did do them. So yeah,
there were, and as you can see, they did a lot of them.
Number 15. Yeah. So
like this.
And how many figures did you get in there? How many figures?
8.
8.
You see, now that's well worth it.
Oh, I need a little Yoda.
Victory. And so it came with all the characters in their Endor outfits.
I'll need to get a little Yoda. That would be cool.
Including a devilish little Ewok banging on.
Oh, banging on some drums, some heads, stormtrooper heads. Oh, those are ghost versions of Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're super cool. Geek Strong said they did a mail away with a tiny 3PO head that comes with a C3PO micro figure. And if they open the C3PO mini head, there is an image of Leia and R2. I own it. Is that right?
He's talking about the heads. The heads
that might be for Micro Machines.
Into a playset.
Because there was the Micro Machine head playsets, and then there was these tiny heads that would open up and have room for one figure in it.
Gotcha.
Look at this. This is brilliant. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks like
but those, what you're saying, those little heads that opened up were straight Micro Machine. Not
they were all.
They were not action fleet. I got.
So I know we've answered this, but P. Jen's just arrived. He says, are those Micro Machines scaled to the Squadron Star Wars line, Jesse?
To the squad. You mean the Micro Galaxy?
Modern.
Squadron?
Yeah, he must be.
They're very close. You can interchange figures in most of the cockpits. So the figures are roughly to scale, but obviously with Galaxy Squadron, the vehicles are they can be bigger or smaller because they actually scale them. Now, this is a different reinterpretation of the Alpha series where they flipped it. Now the small slug that you get is the movie accurate ship. And they did bigger versions of the concept ships that you actually have pilots with.
I want the concept ships of all of these. These look awesome.
So this, for example,
I thought the same thing, Geekstrong.
This is the droid fighter. Instead of the one that pops out with the legs that can walk, this is what the droid fighter was going to look like.
That looks so cool, in my opinion.
And it comes with a concept. If I can remember how to open this. Yeah, there it is. A concept droid pilot that would have just been silver with a blue, like, vest paint.
Yeah, that's in case he falls in the water. He has a swim vest on.
So that would have been the pilot instead of them being droid brains
themselves.
You know,
that's so cool.
Fascinating. This is, Geekson just said yesterday there were tiny heads. I thought Micro Machines was the same as Action Fleet, man. But I did, to tell you the truth, mate.
Yeah,
I really did.
Well, that's what I mean. We're learning so much about. There's technically two different lines. Yeah.
Is that proper chrome on there? So they've actually chromed it. Sort of HVAC chrome.
Yeah. That Queen ship is so cool. Isn't it?
What is it called? Vacuum?
Yeah,
chrome?
HVAC or
Yeah.
Wow.
That looks awesome, John.
It
that
can ship
looks
off
so cool.
very easily, so I do have to wrap this up before I move.
Yeah. Dude, those are both cool ships.
You can see one tiny piece where it tore, and you can see the white plastic underneath it.
Yeah, you can.
Wow,
that was a rubber band that was holding this in place inside the box.
Oh,
and it ripped on the rubber band. Wow.
And when I took it out of the box, the rubber band was dehydrated. It was broken,
cracked and everything.
But it left the hole there.
Do you have out of all these lines that you're showing, do you have a favorite one?
For Star Wars specifically?
Yeah, we'll go for Star Wars.
Yes, except I put it down and I don't know where it is. Yeah, here it is. I am still a fan of my original Y-wing.
Oh, okay.
I love the Y-wing fighter. You know, it's technically like a torpedo boat. Not a torpedo boat, but like a torpedo plane. I kind of view it as like a Dauntless. If you think about World War II, where it's meant to like attack. It's not a bomber that drops bombs. I think of it as like it fires torpedoes at capital ships.
Yeah. They shot those ion torpedoes to disable and different things.
But I've always loved. I took this ship everywhere with me as a kid because it was so easy and convenient, and I could put little soldiers in it and have little scenarios while I'm waiting for my parents to go shopping or pay bills, or my dad would go out to do work and I would sit around outside somewhere and play with this. So I just have a lot of fun memories hanging out with my Y-wing.
That's cool.
Awesome.
But if I have a favorite in terms of aesthetic, I would say it's probably the E-wing from the Expanded Universe.
Yeah, those are cool, right? Wow.
Which is the R2 in there? No, he's not. But yeah, there's a place. If you remember in the Expanded Universe, they kept their R units internal.
It's hidden. Yeah, they would hide inside. Yeah.
And it had the weird gun on top, and basically zero visibility behind the pilot.
Yeah.
Jesse, wrong answer. The answer is always the Falcon.
If it was a case of medium transports, I might go with the Outrider.
The Outrider.
There you go.
So what are these boxes right here, Jesse?
So these, did I bring one?
They look like guns. They have a little
I know exactly what they are.
You have to aim at that spot.
Scuba Pete got my daughter the TIE Fighter one, so I know these. Yeah,
it's important to make the pew noises when you do this. Pew, 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 pew. But basically, you put where's my Y-wing? Because they all have that hole where you can put them on their stands.
Oh, so you can switch to any ship. Oh, wow.
And you have a targeting reticle.
Yeah, that thing.
And these fire missiles. I forgot to bring the missiles. But basically, when you pull the trigger, it lights up and it fires the missiles.
A spring-loaded missile?
And it makes noises.
Oh.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear any of this.
Kind of.
He said, we're starting our attack run, and then it's no good. I can't maneuver. To me, it's really loud.
We're starting our attack run. It's no good. Can't maneuver.
Yeah, there was one for the Y-wing, X-wing, the Interceptor, and Vader's advanced tie.
So these are 90s boxes by the look of the pictures and so forth. These are 90s stuff.
Yeah. Set that down.
I just think they're awesome. Awesome. Right, let's move to the next one. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Now, are all these modular? Can you connect these to the other sets or not?
So the original 3 for Galoob, because the ones before episode 1, there was no connectivity. There was no points that would connect. That didn't stop me. As a kid, I would just push them together and have one base.
Yeah.
It did not matter to me that Yavin and Echo Base were different colors, different biomes. My kid brain could easily pretend it was all the same base and basically double the size. These episode 1 play sets, even the medium ones, had these little rectangular connecting points. If I can find one, I can't. But they could all connect to the different play sets for the episode 1, even including the mini play sets. I think you have a picture of, but I love this playset because you have a cool hanger that you could put 4 Naboo starfighters onto. There's 4 different racks. And then there's a whole section over there where Darth Maul could fight Qui-Gon.
That's what I mean. That's why I made this bigger, because, it's funny, isn't it? They haven't just done that hanger. They've also done where, the trio have their epic duel. Yeah. It's superb. Yeah.
So you can sit there and be like, we got to free those pilots. And then all of a sudden at the doorway, you have it open up and he's like, duh, 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 duh.
Well, it does on the left side.
Right there. That opens up. I know that. It looks like
there's a slider that you push forward and back, and all the 2 of them will move forward towards Maul.
Wow.
And do like this little fight scene.
Yeah.
I mean, for imagination for kids, this is superb, isn't it? It really is.
Stay in that cockpit.
Oh.
Now the weird thing is, unlike the other playsets, it did come with a vehicle, but it's a hollow vehicle. There's nothing inside. Because it's meant to fly in and sit down on top of that R2 that's sticking up on a little base.
Yeah.
But it's a hollow vehicle. But you could still take the standard Naboo starfighters, the ones you buy,
put them in there
and slide them into those different racks.
Wow.
Just absolutely brilliant. So that was the last picture for Star Wars we've got. Let's just go through them all again. I mean, there's just some awesome stuff here.
Now, if you stop on the Alpha series,
that one,
these are the episode 1 Alpha series. I have the entire line of Action Fleet from 95 to 2002, except one vehicle.
Which one is it?
It's from that Alpha series where those 3 ships were, but it's the Naboo fighter.
Right, got you.
Oh,
so in other words, you've just shown it on the other picture, but that was a hollow one. That's not what you want.
No, if you go one more,
let's have a look. What, left or right? This way? Or...
Yeah. There were supposed to be 4 of these Alpha ships.
Right.
You just passed it.
Oh, hang on a minute. These ones right here.
Yes. Yeah, these are all from episode 1, and there's supposed to also be a bright yellow Naboo fighter. But that's the one I can't find.
Gotcha.
Just look at it.
Yeah.
Now, you in the back there, don't you have a Hoth playset back there? What is that? Behind you?
I have a Hoth, a Yavin, a Death Star, and then for episode 1 they did the hangar. And the best thing about these...
Do you have pictures of the Hoth and stuff? Or can we see those?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm making you tear your room apart.
No, make him, John. Make him.
because I'm moving, I set this up as a temporary display.
Oh, okay.
Now, I talked about these in my top 5 from I think last December, or I forget when that top 5 was. But this is artwork.
Look at that artwork, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's got like the whole pyramid. Holy cow.
And the artwork is special because Galoob spent a little money. Where is it on here? I don't remember where it's on this one. I know where it's on the Hoth one. Oh, here it is. They spent some money and hired an artist to do this artwork. And the initials are R, M, and Q.
Oh my gosh, Ralph McQuarrie.
Ralph McQuarrie.
They got him to do the artwork for 4 of these boxes.
Wow. That is cool.
On the other side.
Look how awesome that looks.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Could you imagine if we got a playset that big in like 3 3/4, like it was a mountain?
Cost you about $5,000
to play with.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
And they're all hinged. You can see the
look
line
at that.
right here. So they fold up conveniently.
Wow. So there's like a whole crane for the ships and everything, huh?
Yep. One is for moving cargo, and then one is a refueling boom.
Wow. And the ship can go in that little doorway, it looks like. That is so cool.
Geek Strong says I have the Naboo fighter, I believe, with the trigger. Mr. B sent it to me.
Ah.
And then Jonathan said Ralph was looking for work after Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
There it is.
I love the fact that it displays the big thing on the back of it, though, John. Do you know what I mean? So you know what you're getting.
Ice Planet Hot.
There it is.
Yep, Ralph McQuarrie. Look at that.
Are they sought after them? Because obviously the artists who did the boxes. So when you want these, you want the box, right, Jesse?
Yeah. I have them loose and in box.
Wow.
I love the details on those troopers.
Yeah.
Just such amazing detail and as a kid you wouldn't think to keep this. It's just like, oh, it's cool. It's what drew my attention.
Can I look at the back of that box, Jesse?
Yeah. He goes, whoa, that got him. Wow. Yeah, you've got the Wampa Cave, the blaster, the broken AT-AT, trenches to play in. Then you got the cargo crane and levels. Look at the levels in the base. Wow.
Try not to hit my microphone. There we go. And you can't see it. I don't know why I'm tilting this. You can't see it.
A little 2-1B.
There is.
Oh, no, the back to tank. Yeah, the back to tank.
I forgot that on the Yavin playset, where there's control panels, there's a Rebel pilot, and it's actually one of the toy designers putting his face on the toy.
Oh, wow.
Geek Strong has a message for you, Jesse. He says, Jesse, if I have that Naboo fighter, it's yours if you want it.
I don't think you would, because it didn't come with a control stick.
So it came. He's thinking of a different one.
It would have came with a little side buddy, where this is the concept and this is the movie accurate one. It would have looked like this. Now I know Hasbro was doing their own separate toys for the Phantom Menace, so they also put out a bunch of Naboo starfighters.
Would you not class that as a conflict of interest though, with 2 of them doing it? Or
nope, because in 1998, Hasbro bought Galoob and acquired because Galoob had the license for the micro toys. Hasbro had it for the action figures.
That's where the difference is.
After Hasbro bought Galoob, Hasbro was the only one with the Star Wars license for toys. Wow. And so they were making toys for all the different scales and slapping Hasbro's names on everything. But Galoob had already made the episode 1 stuff. So when they got acquired by Hasbro, it was like the work was already done. So it was still sold under the Galoob name, but with the Hasbro logo now appearing in some places. And then after the Phantom Menace, Galoob was basically gotten rid of.
Wow. Gaz is here. Afternoon, fellas. He says, do you have an image of it? It must have an image of the Naboo Starfighter.
It's on my Instagram. That's the only image I have of it.
Yeah. Jesse knows he's stuffed, Dino. He doesn't want your slap. Oh, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
Here we go. Hold on. I can. Oh, look at that Death Star.
Look how menacing Darth Vader is.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, there's like this whole space battle happening in the background, and I don't remember them shooting into the hangar, but it still looks really good.
We'll share that in a minute after we're done looking at the Death Star, Shabby.
Yep, got it right here, John.
Yep.
I don't know what you see. I can't see what you're seeing.
That is cool.
Now, so the one that I had that I sold, it had X-wings in the Death Star flying around it. Which one was that?
Oh, that's the Micro Machine.
That's the Micro Machine one.
Yeah.
Oh, and it has a little handle, like it folds up like a suitcase.
They all do that. It's really neat.
Yeah. That the levels of the Death Star just giving you different play features.
There's a place where the probe droid can fire out.
Oh yeah.
You know, as a kid, Johnny boy, you'd be on that for hours, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
you'd be playing that for hours. You know,
you would.
Amazing. So this is what John sent me.
This is the ship. Then
that's it, right there, Geek Strong. Right.
Yeah. If you have that, don't give it away, because it's worth money. Even if you like the person, make sure they pay for it.
Wow, that expensive. So apart from that Naboo ship, what would you class, Jesse, as the most sought after Star Wars in that line?
That yeah, I mean, where is it? Here it is. See, now I
bet you were.
Oh no, I lost it. Anyway, there's one that I got recently. I must have misplaced it. But for Star Wars, I think the Sith Infiltrator, Darth Maul ship, would be the next one.
Yeah.
So like, it must be in the other room, but it's this guy here.
Yeah. I got the 3/4-inch version of that.
Yeah, that's a cool ship.
Yeah.
And then people are always looking for the expanded universe, like the TIE Defender and the E-Wing. These typically run quite a bit of money. I think what's made it hard recently is with the introduction of Micro Galaxy Squadron, it's introduced new people to a scale.
Right.
And a lot of those people are now starting to buy up Action Fleet. So whereas 10 years ago, I could buy Action Fleet for like $10 per vehicle or less, now people are asking $30, $40 for what I would consider common ships.
So it's gone way up then, basically. Yeah.
Star Wars fans are buying them up, not because they love the scale, but because they want Star Wars ships. And Action Fleet collectors are now thinking, oh, here's this other line I can collect.
Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. You've got a few more pictures here that are different from it. So these aren't in any particular order. So I'll just start from the beginning. So there's this one right here. This is
so this is
Starship Troopers stuff. Oh, they got aliens and
this is all 1997. So there was nothing coming out in 97 Star Wars related. And they knew they were going to drop a lot of money on the Star Wars license that year. So they needed other licenses. So they did Starship Troopers, Aliens, Predator. That's the expensive one. I would say, other than the Naboo Starfighter, the Predator Warrior Transport is the
same thing though, Jesse. It came with miniature figures and so forth.
Yep, came with 2 little Predator figures that could fit in the cockpit.
That is so cool. Wow.
And
I never knew they did Starship Troopers, did you?
I didn't even know they made that ship. I never saw that before. That is so cool.
And if you want it, do what I do and go to Italy or go to Italy eBay and find a seller willing to ship it to the US. Because people are asking in the US, eBay sales are like $300 to $400.
ADTM.
Wow.
But you could go to an eBay seller in Italy and not pay that amount of money.
So all this on here is Starship Troopers, all of it?
No, there's Aliens and Predator there.
I was going to say, because DTM just said that's Aliens APC.
Yeah.
That's APC. This is the Narcissus. There's also the Cheyenne gunship. What's cool about the Narcissus, I forgot how to open this. Here it is. If you open it up, you can see Ripley's drop or sleep pod.
Yeah.
That can open up.
That is cool.
It's hard to do it from this angle. There it is.
Yeah,
and there's a kitty in a box.
Oh yeah.
It's so tiny.
Huh.
And yeah, but yeah, there's also Starship Troopers came with little people. They all came with 2 figures.
Yeah. And you got, and I love the bugs. You got the brain bug. You got the.
Now these got really confusing because they were gonna do figure packs with different figures, but instead of doing a single figure pack, they released them in multiple small packets with Micro Machine sized versions of these vehicles. Wow. So you get an Action Fleet Ripley and other figures, or from Predator, Dutch and everything and everyone else. But then they come with the little Micro Machine cars from the line.
What?
So you'd have to buy those to get the figures. These all came with figures, but if you wanted extra figures, you'd have to buy the smaller Micro Machine sets.
JT says, right, Italy, Germany, and the Netherlands eBay sites are going to get a huge increase. It always happens, doesn't it? I was just about to say, JT, as well. I wonder how many of these on eBay as we're talking. Oh, hang on a minute. How much is one of them?
Is that big bug on the top missing his head? What's that blue, that weird blue?
Well, there is the bombard beetle.
In it. Oh, because it.
He shoots. He's the one. This is the tanker bug. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's supposed to spew out fire or acid, and this is what he fires instead.
Yep.
Awesome.
I meant the one on the left at the top row in the middle.
That one is the plasma bug that shoots out of its butt.
The question is, though, is one of those mini things with the Predator ship Danny Glover? That's a good point.
No,
Vintage Toyro says,
first film.
Did they do the Starship Troopers shower? Imagine your mum. What are you playing with? Oh, nothing. How am I supposed to get any work done while Jesse's showing all these cool ships? Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
This is at-work motivation.
These streams are dangerous to our bank balance. Yeah, remember, Jesse's on commission, so if you ever buy him, he gets 10% of what you've bought. So, my brother's neighbours was into Starship Troopers. Michael Ironside. Yeah, I remember you saying that before.
Fun fact: part of Starship Troopers was filmed in Wyoming.
What's the pink thing at the bottom, or maybe not pink?
The brain bug. That's the brain bug.
From what? Yeah. From
Starship
Aliens?
Starship
or from Starship?
That's the bug with the little mandible that crushes the guy's head so he can get inside
sucks
the brain.
Their brains out. Yeah, it sucks their brains out into the guy. Goes.
Excuse me, I'm sneezing. It's funny though, isn't it? Once again, they've made it because it was R-rated movie, wasn't it? Starship Troopers. It wasn't for kids,
and yet they make it into sell very well at all.
Did it not?
No, you can still find a lot of these boxed. Kids were not going to buy R-rated toys for their kids, and also, this is 97. Aliens came out 89. I forget when the sequel came out. But like Predator, Aliens, even Terminator 2 came out years before these released. So there's a reason these sat on KB toy store shelves unsold, and why you can still find boxed ones all over the place because they didn't sell, which is why Galoob did so poorly and had to be bought out.
Was it a big line, Jesse, or was this more or less it? This is it.
This is it for the vehicles and the big bugs. I think I'm missing one bug. And then there's the figure packs, which I haven't started buying yet because they're expensive and there's a lot of them.
Unbelievable. Does it make you want to get them, John? Does it make you want to get them?
Well, not so much the micro ones because it's not really my scale, but they look so freaking cool that it's some of the alien stuff maybe, because you don't really get a lot of options with collecting alien toys. Oh my gosh, look at these. These are cool too.
Love the APC. Oh, Battle Squads.
Oh, there's something here. I think I may have gotten a box. Look at the A-10, the Mustang. Those are cool ships.
Yeah.
JT says
Phantom? Is that a Phantom jet?
F4 Phantom 2, yes.
Yeah.
Didn't Kenner make alien toys for kids in the 90s and an 18 rated movie and somehow thought, I know, kids toys. They did it for a few things, didn't they, JT? RoboCop, Demolition Man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So explain these, Jesse.
Yeah, so Battle Squads is... I just had that box. See, the problem is, as I keep moving things, I lose track of where they all are. Here they are. So this is Battle Squads. This is 1998. And Galoob needed something that didn't require a license. So they're like, well, there's all these cool military vehicles. So why don't
Yeah,
we
you can just
military
do whatever.
vehicles?
Yeah,
It's pay a license for them.
Open thing, right? Yeah.
Oh, they're awesome.
And these were the last toys that I had gotten as a kid. And only because I was starting to get into model making at the time, like model kits, which is still seen at the time as like it's appropriate for teenage boys to be playing with models, like building them and painting them and all of that. So getting these was my transition toy out of childhood into a teenager, now into music and video games. But these could sit on a shelf with my models, and no one would really look at those and think like, oh, there's toys.
They're toys. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Look how cool that is. Just look.
And I love these so much. Oh,
Geek Strong says he's actually been looking for a Starship Trooper crab bug. They are now. You know where to get one from. And Chivo says, can he come over for a play date? He's moving. You might have to.
Yeah, I'm going over to Washington. So if you happen to be in the Washington, Oregon area, let me know, and I can show you what I got.
They are absolutely awesome. And again, was this? So what was on the back of that box? Is this line basically? They didn't carry it on, or?
No, it was one wave. 1998. And they were trying to get every era. So you can see, obviously, there's World War II stuff in there with the I-51D Mustang, the F-109. There's a Sherman tank, a Tiger tank, the Jeeps. Don't blame me.
I have Mr. B. I love all military stuff like that. And then that's why I said, yeah, I'd love to go into Jones.
Modern being 1990. You have like the Apache helicopter and the Marine APC, and then Vietnam era stuff as well. And then what unfortunately happened is this year, because Galoob got bought by Hasbro told them, and this is all according to one of the toy designers who I emailed with, Hasbro basically told them, if it's not episode 1, you're not making it anymore. So They were working on a wave 2 of Battle Squad, and they had to cancel it, even though they had all the production models basically done. But if Galoob was told you can make Micro Machines because that's your big seller, you can do the episode 1 Star Wars, and then for the girls you could do Pound Puppies and finish out your Spice Girls, and that's it.
Puppies.
That was it.
Pound Puppies. That was.
And I don't remember if you have the other photos from Battle Squads.
I do. I was just going to
go.
Okay. This one. Oh no, that Starship Troopers in the box. What?
Yeah, I took them out. I'm a bad person.
Brilliant. And then I've got obviously this one right here.
Yep, this is just to show scale.
Wow.
How they're all very similar size. So you have Starship Troopers, you have Aliens, you have Star Wars, you have Army gear, which we haven't talked about yet. So this was, this is 1988, 89. And Galoob is playing around with the scale.
Are these yours?
Starting Micro Machines. They're playing around with the scale of 1-inch figures in little vehicles and stuff they could fit inside of.
Are these yours? Do you own all this stuff too?
Yes.
Wow. Dude, you have a cool collection. I gotta
really
tell you.
Cool, doesn't it? Yeah. I love doing stuff like this. You know, especially John, like when
it's stuff that I never would have seen, or I'd walk by and just be like, whatever. But it's so.
I think it's because it's not in our wheelhouse, isn't it, John?
Yeah,
so we'd walk, and then when you stop and you get
what I love about these is these are role play items.
Yeah.
So like the water canteen can hold like 4 ounces of water. But you can open it up sometimes, and it becomes an aircraft carrier.
Oh, cool!
With an aircraft.
Wow. That's neat.
And there's components for the tower and everything.
Yeah.
But you get an F-14 Tomcat.
That's
But
so
in the water
cool.
bottle, John. How cool is that?
Yeah, that is.
Engineering is awesome.
And if you are in the UK, these were sold under a different name. Instead of army gear, these were sold as secret army supplies.
Oh wow!
You watch. I bet some of the lads now in England will say, "I didn't know that," but then they'll not notice that one.
Wow. Is that a cassette and book like they to read together?
It is.
That's so cool. Wow.
And I love in the UK, it's way
Secret
cooler
army
because
supplies.
it's artwork. And I love the artwork on these.
Yeah.
And you can see distributed by Rainbow Toys.
Rainbow Toys, yeah.
And what is this? Like the
Purple camo? Purple
spots.
camo? Yeah.
It's what British military wore in the 90s.
Yeah, in America, we just got this.
Gotcha.
Funny, it's so different. I mean, the card is completely different,
That is cool.
Yeah, like, I get it. It's trying to look, because the idea with army gear is that everything's supposed to be in, like, a supply box.
Yeah.
But it's like the Brits were just like, no,
they wanted
can't
it to
do
be
war.
flashy. They wanted to be flashy and attract your attention.
Look at that, 99p, not even a pound, dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this is the most expensive one to find. So you
Wow.
Is it? Yeah. That's
what
cool.
store is that? That's John Anderson?
No, never heard of John Anderson. It must have been a mum and pop stop.
Tell Withy.
Sounds Welsh.
Purple leopard camo was popular in the Nordic regions.
Mudon says Badger has an awesome collection of old catalogues as well.
Yeah.
You got some fans in here, Jesse. You got some fans in here. Look at them.
Wow, dude.
Action Fleet.
God, we can do another stream just on that file.
I know, just on that file book alone. That's so cool.
This doesn't include the catalogs. These are just the loose ones that come in brochures.
That is such a good idea to put them in a binder like that. That really is a good
otherwise
idea.
I will lose them and destroy them.
Because I've got them in like a file folder that zips shut, and I just have them stuck in there. But getting those pages and doing that, I'd be able to look at them and flip through it easier. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Makes me think of 3.75 World War II line will be up. I think the only thing I can think of that, John, is Marauders. Isn't it really? Marauders does all the World War II stuff and so forth. Can I just thank everybody as well? We've had over 35 all night practically. So thank you all. That's awesome to give us the support looking through these. My uncle had one of those. He said, a German family in my neighborhood exclusively drove VW things. Jesse would be proud. I picked up some army gear from Amsterdam, box grenade and the compass, I think.
Those are really neat. The grenade is fun because you pull you can't pull the pin out, but if you pull on the pin, the grenade opens up like it's a bunker and a little car flies out.
No way. That's really cool. I think I saw Pixel Dan picking up a couple of these as well on his videos. He's picked up a few army gears. Purple lemon camel was popular in the Nordic regions, John.
So what's really funny and timely is that with my job working with international students, I recently held a panel. We do panels, pizza and perspectives, where we invite the community to come sit and talk to our students.
Yeah.
And I held a Nordic and Scandinavian panel so that they could explain what the differences are, because Finland is Nordic, Greenland is Nordic, but they're not Scandinavian.
Exactly right.
Culturally different.
Yeah, the reason they're bringing it up is we had a quiz, a general knowledge quiz on ZSR on Friday.
I watched it.
And then the three countries, and John said Scan, Din, and Avia were the countries.
Yeah. Well, I just like to think of it as the way in America we refer to the Pacific Northwest, not just as a geographic area, but as a cultural area. So that's how I kind of think of it, as like Scandinavia is a region of a greater entity like Europe.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I do remember some of that army gear, right? So do you remember? Yeah, but you obviously remember the purple camel one, right, Jason? The one that.
So who is on this interactive tape? It's read by an Andrew Sachs. Is that a name that is familiar to you?
Yeah, who is Andrew Sachs? Yeah, it is. I'm trying to work out now who it is. I'm trying to put a name to the face. Yeah, that's true, Ian. You quoting AC/DC again, Shabby. You know what happened last time? He played ACD. Yeah, exactly.
He says he's a British actor.
Yeah, he is. So let's just
go.
go.
As soon as I saw his pic, there's a black and white photo. I remember that. He's on the phone.
Oh, they are. He's Manuel from Faulty Towers.
Yeah. Yep.
See?
Faulty Towers. That's the picture. Yep.
Oh,
I remember that now.
Hi, Andy. Nice to see you. Andy's coming. Wow, everyone's turned up to see you. So let's just go through these one more time. So we've got the aliens and Starship Troopers right here, which is awesome. Then we've got the box. The boxes they are super cool.
So cool.
They are really cool. I love the look of
them.
Look
at the little alien, man. That is awesome. And is that Hicks or someone he's down there? It's game over, man. It's game over.
We've got this one with all the army military stuff. And then we've got this one right here, which just shows the scale. And we've got this one.
R5D4.
I don't know, man. I think that's what I go for.
This is cool. It is. Yeah. This looks so cool. Yeah. I love the art, even though it's simple, like sort of like boxed army gear. It looks really cool. I like the packaging, and it's the way you have it set up there for that photo just looks really good.
If I didn't send the picture for it, I do have one more. So this is from Battle Squad.
I'm impressed, Jesse. I think this is awesome.
Yeah, you've done a great
I'm really glad you invited me, Shabby. This is
yeah, I knew. Well, you're like me. We just love this sort of stuff, don't we? If we don't collect, you said exactly in your message back to me what I was thinking. If I don't collect it, I'm fascinated by people that do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and why they
I want to learn about it. And I didn't know it was this in depth. I had no idea.
You're watching 6 months from now, Jesse. Me and John will do our own. I bought this and I bought this.
Now, speaking of battle squads, they did work on a wave 2, as I mentioned, and I talked about this in my top 5, I think. Yeah, I did get a hold of a production sample of one of those from wave 2 that was canceled. And that is the F-16.
Oh, wow.
And it's got all the markings, and I finally got the catalog from 1999 showing all of Wave 2 that never came out. So I had to sit there and internally cry over these ships I never got to play with.
We're never going to get, yeah.
But, so this was in America, and basically they were told, nope, don't, even though it's a production sample and you're using it for photography, you don't make the line. So I had this really cool piece. Now, Hasbro, because at that time Galoob was done, Hasbro said, hey, here's this really cool mold. We're making this G.I. Joe Army Gear Micro Machine playset for the UK. Let's reuse this mold for that playset. So even though everything is Micro Machines, kids could have this larger ship to go with it.
Right.
And so they took the mold and painted it green with an opaque canopy.
But it's exactly the same mold.
It's the same ship.
Wow.
So even though it's not technically Battle Squads, I can still get it and have a Wave 2 like toy that came from it.
Yeah.
And then I can go onto eBay UK and get a second one. And then I can reach out to my friend Adam Berry and get a third one. And then I can reach out to Adam again and get a fourth one.
Hey, grab me another one of those. I just want another one. Yeah.
That's all I got.
He's army building.
Whilst you're there, Andrew, whilst you're there, just grab us another one.
He's army building planes, yeah.
Now, keep in mind, these came with play sets. So I have to find someone who's selling a broken, loose play set just to get a hold of the ship.
Yeah.
You got 4 of them.
Poor Adam has probably one of those play sets. So he's like, what do I do with this? Jesse just wanted the ship in it.
Yeah, that's a Starship Trooper dropship, right?
There you go. He said, with the scale picture, what is the top right ship? Yeah, there you go. Exactly right, John. The top right.
That is the fighter from the TAC fighter from Starship
Troopers. Oh, it's
Troopers.
A fighter for Starship Troopers.
It's the one that flies in and drops all the little bombs as they're flying over the bugs.
Okay.
Jesse has a larger military collection than the UK. Brilliant. Yeah, they're awesome. Is there a line that you never of these that you never got and you regret not getting them? So obviously the Star Wars
Action Fleet.
Yeah, Action Fleet or Michael or anything that came out in your scale that you love collecting that you never did but wish you had.
In terms of did it exist? No, because I bought them all.
Really?
Is there one that I wish they had done?
Yeah, well, we might as well turn the question to that then now, Jesse.
I mean, if they had to do a line from the 90s, I mean, it would be cool to get a turtle van.
Oh yeah,
you could get the sewer. You could get all sorts for that. The news
because they did do the what's the term they use? Playmates did do Micro Machine sized turtles.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to have ones that could like actually fit inside the turtle van and the shredder hot rod. Because I'll be honest, like as much as I love all this, Turtles is always my first love.
Yeah,
and it's the toy line that I'm always like the most like nostalgic for and happy with.
What about you? I think Masters of the Universe for me, John. Imagine Grayskull and Snake Mountain and Eternia. And all the ships and everything else that you could do in that scale. Yeah, my life. What about you, John? What would you pick?
Well, I mean, they kind of already did it because I love Star Wars, but I think also like G.I. Joe and Transformers would be a fun thing to, because you could do like an entire Cybertron and have all the little, you know what I mean? But they'd have to release, they wouldn't be able to transform. You'd have to release them in robot form and then little cars for the
I think G.I. Joe would be a good one because you could get the little 1-inch figures and put them in the vehicles.
Yeah.
And with G.I. Joe, that could run for years, couldn't it?
They could do a lot more play sets and other things because G.I. Joe lacked in play sets. Like it was mainly vehicles and figures.
Well, they had the G.I. Joe base,
and then they had the Cobra
Terradrome. So there's a couple of bases.
And the flag is technically a big play set, but
which they could do in this scale.
They didn't have a lot of like. I mean, I guess they had little buildings and stuff, and little like gun ranges and things like that. So I mean, they had some.
I know the little buildings because Usual Mike got them, didn't he? Like the Micro Machine buildings that you made a city, didn't you? And I think Berry's got them too. Mr. B says when he was younger, his grandma and
his mom, I think it was trying to say
mom, each got me the Blue Angels and Thunderbird model sets. They had six jets per set. Wow, that's cool. That's really. I ended up blowing them up with fireworks. Such a nice story. He says that. Brilliant.
So you could do the flag because they did. The flag
that's it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I wish I kept at least one of them. Too bad the Turtle van Hot Wheels didn't scale up for Micro Machines. That's true. I've got that van on there. Yeah, I've got that one. Indiana Jones for me, although they sort of did, but no play sets, if I remember correctly. Is that correct?
There was a Micro Machine for Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
We got figures and vehicles, but they were all, the Micro Machine size.
And Gaz has got a good point as well. He says we can take Badger's collection and film our own
Godzilla. Yeah.
And that, well, I think that's better for Micro Machines. Because Micro Machines scale better with the tall Trendmaster Godzillas.
Yeah.
So my Godzilla would smash through my Micro Machine cities.
Yeah. I just find it absolutely fascinating. I've loved this stream. I've absolutely look at that. Gaz is using his dog.
All of a sudden,
I forgot to send the picture for this one, but 2003, Joyride Toys did.
Oh my word!
Oh, nice.
And I can call it Action Fleet scale because not only is it about the size, of Action Fleet ships, but you can open the cockpit and take out the pilot and put in an Action Fleet pilot.
They fit just fine, huh?
If I had one. But yeah, they fit inside the cockpit here. So it is Action Fleet scale.
That is so cool.
And they do have a Cylon Raider, which I need to pick up.
That is nice. Did they do more than the Viper and the Raider then?
They did 2 Vipers because there was a blue. I forget the squadrons. There was this one, and then there was like a blue squadron, and then they did the Raider.
Oh, BOE's got the Viper. He says I have that Viper.
Wow.
It's a great ship, and it is Action Fleet. Oh wait, I forgot. I have all my figures boxed up.
Wow.
I mean, I know the Galaxy Squadron's a recent thing and so forth, but could you imagine Hasbro well, I know Galoob's gone now, but can you imagine Hasbro doing all this again? Like, because I know some figures they'll come back, won't they, John? They'll take some time off, then they'll bring it back, and they'll bring. Yeah. Do you think this scale will ever come back again?
I mean, it is, because Micro Galaxy is about the closest you'll get to it.
Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Do you think? I mean, that's Jazzwares, isn't it? Do you think Hasbro would do it? You know what? Let's go again. You don't. Why is that?
I would be very surprised. It just doesn't seem like it's in their mindset to try something new. Yeah. Because a lot of their money gets made from trading cards and owning properties they could sell out for to other people to do licenses for. I just don't see Hasbro taking a risk.
Do you think? I mean, how is Galaxy Squadron doing? Is it doing good? It must be. It's been going for a few years now.
It's on Series 12.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
So, and it's still going pretty strong. I haven't gotten Series 12 yet, but they just did a what if Qui-Gon with his Starfighter, and they painted it this cool teal blue.
Right.
So they're still putting stuff out for Micro Galaxy, and there's still a lot of demand. We are guessing it won't be long before we get the Outrider, because now that Black Series is allowed to do Shadows of the Empire.
So the more expanded universe stuff will
it could allow them to do expanded, because they did the TIE Defender and the E-Wing because they showed up in shows recently.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we'll get an Outrider for Micro Galaxy.
It's funny how licenses work. I was watching something yesterday on San Diego Comic Con. It was at the Big Bad Toy Shop, and they were showing the stuff, and they were showing the tick line. And they said they can only make characters from the comics, not from the TV show. Mm-hmm. And it's funny, isn't it? Because I think you assume, don't you, the minute you get a license for it, you can do anything, but you can't. So yeah, that makes sense.
If you didn't know, Micro Machines or Galoob did work on the tick for Micro Machines.
Yeah.
I don't think it released. I do have it in one of my catalogs, but I don't think it ever came out.
Gaz says, did they make the Buck Vodges Thunder Fighter?
Not Galoob. I don't think anyone has. It would have to be by a different company.
The eBay sales of Action Fleet Micro Machines and Mats of Scandinavia will all drastically increase when this live stream finishes. Brilliant.
Mats of Scandinavia, yes.
There's Shabby with his room of totes, and there's Badger's figure collection in a smaller box and all. I know. Sometimes it's a nice thing, that, isn't it? That you can fit it all, you know.
I was looking at that little box too, going, and here I have 6 Darth Vader cases and 2 C-3PO cases taking up half the floor.
We've gone wrong, John. We should have gone down the epic Badger route,
little
John.
box. Here's all my figures, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, there's not a whole lot. The Micro Machines are boxed away. This is all I have for 1/12 scale.
Let's have a look.
Well, not all of it's 1/12, but like classified, video game, Turtles, Pokemon, and Nintendo and video game.
Yeah.
And Wild Bill on a Moose.
Wow, Bill on the Moose. Yeah, I remember the Moose. Yeah.
Though he will soon have a horse, because Nota Toys is doing a 1/12 scale horse that will come with a clear stand so it can be bucking. So that should be coming in the next couple of weeks. I look forward to having that.
I don't know, John. I was thinking that file that Jesse's just showed, that might make a good stream too, going through all that. Do you know what I mean? Because we love all the booklets and pamphlets and leaflets, and we're massive fans of all that, aren't we?
There's a lot of cool stuff.
I love looking at the
because Galoob did Defenders of the Earth in the 80s.
What?
Yeah, they have if you check out my Instagram, I post up all the pictures of Defenders of the Earth. I never watched them. I don't know anything about them, but they look cool. But there's also Black Star.
Black Star, no, John's a fan of that.
Really? They did Black Star.
Yeah, so
BOE says here, Galoob did some Star Trek Next Generation figures around 1988. Palp said, I think I remember Galoob releasing some Star Wars widescreen cards in vehicle sets. What's that, Jesse? I remember Galoob released some cards in vehicle sets, right?
Is he talking about like maybe cards? Maybe something that's in the UK I'm not familiar with, but like trading cards of some kind?
Maybe. Those Notter horses are awesome, says Mr. Edmund. Yeah. And then JT says, Galoob, that's a weird name. I believe it's a Scandinavian. He's never...
Actually...
John, you might as well take a week off, John, and come back. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Actually, I don't... Galoob is named after the person who owned the company. So I don't know the origin
Galoob.
of
His
the
name
name
was
Galoob.
Yeah.
The builder figure that came with McFarlane's Dark Nightwave returns might scale reasonably for classified. Yeah, that's a good point. And I remember I've got I bought the Lord of the Rings horse that was fully articulated, and I put Darth Vader on it. It's like my other room with Darth Vader.
Galoob is Eastern European, so not
Right.
Scandinavian.
Right, so it's Eastern European.
Gotcha.
Brilliant. Oh, I've just absolutely loved this. I've absolutely loved it. So what's next for you then? Collecting wise, what are you on to next? What are you searching for?
I've drastically scaled down parts of my collection. So like I took a big tub of Micro Machines that I'm selling off.
Right.
I'm keeping the ones that I love. Action Fleet I'm basically done with, other than one ship. And then the 112 scale I have been drastically downsizing for the last couple of years.
Oh, we've just lost him again. We'll be back in a sec. Let's have a look. Ocean. Does it make you want to go out and get these then, John? I don't know. Do you reckon? What do you reckon?
I mean, like certain things, yeah. It's kind of like I just because I love Hoth, and then seeing that Yavin place that really hit me. So it's kind of like I don't know if I would be able to have them set up somewhere, but getting them in a box might be something interesting to have down the road. You know what I mean? I don't think I could ever go all in on getting everything, but those with the Macquarie artwork on them and stuff, it just kind of interests me in that way.
It must be so hard to find this sort of stuff, though, eh?
Some of that Battlestar Galactica stuff he showed would be cool to find. You know what I mean? Like that's
BOE went galoobing in the woods. Unfortunately, nobody saw him. He went galoobing in the woods. Here we go. Lewis and Barbara Galoob started the company in California. Wow,
San Francisco.
Yeah. Also a Pegasus for Clash of the Titans. Galoob also made the Galaxy. Oh, I'd kill it for them.
And if you want to see more Galaxy Rangers, my good buddy Gojitron just did a video about cowboys in space, and the pictures he showed of the Galaxy Ranger toys are from my catalog.
Oh, I loved him, and he's like I said, that's one of mine and my three brothers' favorite toys as a kid, Galaxy Rangers, and I never knew they weren't sold over here, and if they were rare as hen's teeth. Do you know what I mean? But wow, I love the Galaxy Rangers. I would love the Star Wars diorama sets like Yavin. Yeah, that's a good call. I called dips on the Alien head play set. No, seriously, I called. You put Darth Vader on the Lord of the Rings horse. Peter Jackson, he's not going to have it. Just fits so well. I got it at a flea market, and it was like 25 cents or something. It was a quarter, and I thought, oh, I'll just buy that. Good thing, BOE. I believe galoobing is illegal in your parts. Brilliant. I got all the Galactica vehicles from that line. Wow, okay. Nice one, Jason. It's also a way to piss off a Bigfoot, galoobing in the woods. Brilliant. So, go on. You were saying, Jesse, before you went, what's next for you? So you sold a couple of things.
Yeah, I'm basically done with the 112 scale. So basically, the toy stuff is going to be static for a while. I've hit where I want to be comfortable with it. Yeah. Now I'm going back to
I can't think like that. Can you, John? So you can tell you mean it, Jesse, but me and John are like, what?
Well, because I have interest in collections. Like I'm going back to collecting old video game consoles.
Right. Okay.
And video games, because I don't trust PlayStation and Xbox not to completely get rid of physical media at some point in the future.
Yeah.
So I have trading cards because that's a big thing for people in my age. We're very active in trading card communities, like trading card games that we play with each other.
Yeah.
Though I do have one update from the last time we met with Adam on Micro Machines.
Okay.
Which was I was showing off those cool National Geographic ones with the space helmet and the Triceratops, and I was missing one. And I have it.
Oh, wow. T-Rex Terror action transforming playset.
So now you have them all. And they're all at the bottom, John. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Yep, I have all three.
Wow.
This is a hard one to find, and the guy had it on eBay for a long time, and I guess he just got really sick of no one buying it.
The little
so he sent an offer.
So cool.
And was it a good offer?
It was, because I immediately jumped at it.
I love that. Galoob Inspector Gadget is a classic one. Yeah, you know, right? So we're going. So Jeff Barker, we all know who Jeff is. He was going through this big box that he found, this toy haul box. And he went through his garage and goes, oh, there's a couple of things in there. And he had a boxed Inspector Gadget that looked brand new. And he didn't have a clue what it was. He didn't know what the price of it. He didn't. And I said, do you know what you've got there? And he sold it for a really good price. But yeah, he had the boxed one. I couldn't believe it. So let's have a look. BOE, I got all this the first time around. I may or may not have glued to watch the Starship Troopers.
He glued all over his hands.
Shabby, read it before you put it up. Read it before you put it up.
Right.
Yeah. Sticker albums for me, yeah. I need Baltar and the Cylon Commander to complete my vintage. Yes, I wish I would have bought more than 2003.
3 3/4, he means?
I think he must mean that, yeah. And I almost got the gold Cylon from Mattel. Wow.
See, if you get the Cylon Raider from Joyride Toys, you can just pretend one of them is the Cylon Commander and save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah,
well, I think I cannot believe we've done nearly 2 hours. It feels like we've done 10 minutes.
Well, that's partly because OBS keeps kicking off my camera.
Unbelievable. I've loved doing this. Absolutely loved doing it. Do you have anything coming up, Jesse, you want to discuss?
Not for a while. Not for me to discuss. If I were to, if there was something I would talk about, next year or whenever, it would be great to find people to have a turtle talk.
Right. Well, I think
because to me that is probably the greatest toy line invented.
Would you say? Would you think so? Yeah.
So how much of the turtles? Like, let's go back and say like the vintage stuff. When did it start? Like 88 or 89?
88, like 89. Yeah, it's got to be around there.
How much of that do you own? Oh, did we lose him again? Did we lose Jesse?
I think we lost him one more time. Did you? I think I was just out. My little brothers had turtles. I think I was just out of it. Do you know what I mean?
I stopped collecting for sure by the end of 87, but I was babysitting a neighbor kid that was like 5 years old, you know, and he was big into turtles. And so I saw them from his collection as he was collecting them. And when I was babysitting, we'd play turtles together because I was basically a big kid. And you know what I mean? Oh, there's two Jessies. Jesse, I was going to ask. So, like, turtles were what, 88, 89, and then up, right? Do you have do you have a lot of the originals? Like, do you have a sprawling collection of turtle stuff? Or
as a kid, I didn't have all of it, but I had a lot of it as a kid because it went from like 88 to like 1994, 95.
Yeah, somewhere in that, yeah.
And my turtles played with my Joes. They played with my Kenner Batman. They played with Power Rangers in Jurassic Park.
You had Jurassic Park as a kid too, right? Wow.
Yeah, 93.
I'd love to have that original Jurassic Park stuff. I'd love it. It looks so cool. Yeah.
There's that 4-pack of mini turtles by Playmates. Yeah, Playmates is finished now, because Rob sent me the retro ones. Rob's Retro sent me the 4 turtles for that, and I bought a couple of them. You know, I bought the Krang and I bought the Splinter and so forth. But I only bought them because I just thought I'll just get the character. Because you asked me about turtles, I have no idea. But I bet there's lads out there that will do it. Do you know what I mean? I bet that you know. And I have no issue doing another turtle stream, you know, because I like me and John said, I like sitting back and listening to you guys talk and learning. Watch the cartoon and that was it. Yeah, I think the majority of us were roughly the same age, aren't we? And I think I just come out of it. So 89, I was 15, 16. So the toys had just gone off. But I did have younger brothers, so I have a love for turtles. And it's the same thing what we've said on tonight's stream. I'll watch stuff about turtles and I like to learn about it, and you know what I mean? Because it is a massive franchise, isn't it? Turtles, it's huge, you know. Galoob did a tie with tops for the Star Wars wide vision cards. That's what they were. I think they were numbered G1, G4. I still own my Kidult soft head to Ninja Turtles. I was about 18 collecting them. Funny as well, because it wasn't called Ninja Turtles either for me. It was called Hero Turtles.
Yeah, you guys Hero Turtles.
How weird is that? The word ninja was barred in England. Do you know what I mean? Hero Turtles.
You guys didn't like ninjas, yeah.
Although they did all right now, though, because I know a lot of Americans that buy the turtles, they'll go to England and find the Hero Turtle boxes. You know what I mean? So they'll pay the money for it. Well, G-Force, I'm mostly Star Wars and a bit of Star Trek, BSG, tiny bit of Indiana Jones, space. Exactly. Wow. Yeah. Ed 5 says Jesse needs to reach out to Scott Crusher. That's a good point, Ed. And totally Taylor Dean for Turtle Talk. Those Aussie lads love the turtles. You're exactly right. Yeah, good point.
Well, I'm in there's a South Florida toy group where there's about 50 of us in a chat on Facebook Messenger chat. And they're all of them are all big into turtles. They're getting like every single turtle thing. And I rarely feel like I'm happy to be in the group because I learn a lot, but I'm rarely able to be in the chat because it was until recently when they've done the G.I. Joe Turtles crossover that I was like, when I got the helicopter, I'm like, I got a Turtles thing. And they're like, yay, John, got a Turtles thing. You know,
So does he or does he not have do you have a 2021 party wagon, Jesse?
I do not. That must be for 2001 because there was a 2003 show.
Yeah.
I don't know why 2001 is so specific. As a kid, I had the original Turtle Wagon.
Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. Good stream, guys. You do. Oh, here we go. You do now have one message me your new address. They are.
What is it? Like, are we talking the full?
It must be. Let's have a look what he said. Let's have a look. Go back here.
Because I don't collect vintage.
The 2021 though, it's the retro one that he means. He must mean that. So yeah, you've got it now.
2021. For some reason, my brain was going to 2001. I do not, because I'm not collecting vintage, so it wouldn't pair with anything. Because the only turtles I have are my NECA cartoon turtles.
Right.
I represent the cartoon line.
You went with NECA to do the cartoon. Gotcha.
Yeah, because NECA will soon be doing DuckTales.
Yeah, saw it, yeah.
And then they're talking about maybe doing Darkwing Duck and some of the other Saturday morning cartoon. But I'm not collecting the vintage action figures from my childhood because it's cool and I will always love them, but I have what I really want right now, and I have other lines and interests I'd like to go and explore.
Yeah, gonna go that way. Mr. Beats says they only collected the NECA. I saw that they've just finished as well, haven't they? So Mattel's taken the license off them too. So wow, yeah, but them NECA ones are absolutely awesome. What I've got coming up is obviously I've got with Matt, we're doing a ZSR match channel. And the next week, even though this was a special this week, top 5 will be next week with these blokes. Oh, hang on a minute, where are they? These blokes right here. So TJC and Jason are on top 5 next week. So it'll be interesting to talk to those two. John, have you got anything coming up you want to talk about before we go?
Well, I just got this in the mail, so I'll be doing a video soon. Onslaught from Bruticus Transformers.
Wow.
So, he combines to form Bruticus. So this will be awesome to do. Yeah. Finally, I'm going to have my definitive cartoon version of Bruticus.
That's awesome, man.
One of my favorite combiners for Transformers.
He says, can't give that thing away, Dino. He doesn't even want my slap. He doesn't want my slap. That says, great stream. Every day's a school day. All the best with your house move, Jesse.
Yes.
Nice. And take care. Oh, well, it's been.
So are you going to have more space in the new place to display everything? Do you have an idea in your mind, like where things are going to go and what you're going to do?
No. So right now I'm actually going to be moving in with a pal. Up in Washington until I can find my own place.
Gotcha. So for a while it'll be stored.
But what I might do, John, I might just screenshot that part where Jesse said, I'm not really collecting much anymore. Within a year, when we see how much she's got in the new place, we'll go, do you remember this?
I don't know.
Super awesome geeks on YouTube. Exactly right. Well, that's brilliant. I've loved it. Absolutely loved it. Thank you so much, Jesse, for taking your time out and sharing your collection with us. Oh, no, it's so impressive. And I think once you get your move out of the way, I think we should do a stream on that fighter. What do you reckon, John?
Yeah, I think it would be fun. Yeah,
I think it will be fun, definitely.
And what part of so where are you moving to Washington?
So my friend lives up in the Lake Stevens area.
Oh, okay, up there.
But that won't be permanent for me. That's just until I can find where I want to move, and then it might be Washington, it might be Oregon.
Gotcha.
No, the lads are loving you. He says, awesome show and tell, Jesse. Great stream and all the best. Love the move, Jesse.
I was going to say if you're near Seattle proper and you want a collecting club to join for toys, I know a couple of groups of people there that you could fit into, but driving from there might be a pain,
Yeah.
There you go. Mudhone's just subscribed to you, John. Cheers, sub to it now. So that's awesome of you. Good old BOE sharing the love. All right, well, that's it. We are done. We'll see you all Friday. Say goodnight, lads.
Good night.
See you.
Bye, Tracy. Thank you.